Minecraft's performance has always been unbearable. For example, chunk loading.
What is going on? That is not normal.
Memory usage.
Oh, memory.
Stuttering.
So laggy.
When you think about it, Minecraft, a game which is just made out of cubes and pixels.
It's surprising just how unoptimized Minecraft actually is. And since the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update, Minecraft Java's performance has slowly been getting worse. For the longest time, I felt that running Minecraft on the maximum render distance has never actually been playable, because the way Minecraft is fundamentally coded makes the game super slow when loading a large number of chunks at once. But this last month, a certain Minecraft mod, when combined with another mod, it can make Minecraft up to 100 times faster. Allowing you to play Minecraft at over 200 render distance at over 100 frames per second without even witnessing a single FPS drop. And here's how.
So there's this already existing mod called Distant Horizons that increases your render distance to a maximum of around 128 chunks, but it works by loading the distant chunks at a lower resolution to create a perception of a much higher render distance. So in a weird way, it's not a real render distance. My render distance is set to 32, but Distant Horizons has added around an extra 32 chunks of render distance, creating a superimposed 64 render distance.
As you can see, these are really high quality chunks, but as I move past render distance 32, as you can see, it cuts off and goes all blocky, and it just gets blockier the further you go.
This is called an LOD.
Standing for level of detail.
You can see it working in this video. The high quality chunks are nearer to me, and then you got the lower quality chunks in the distance.
I gotta hand it to them. Feels somewhat real to an extent.
But the illusion still breaks when you look closely, especially here on things like Bamboo. But considering that there is only one developer that is actively working on Distant Horizons,
very impressive what this guy has done. And once you let it all load out, it runs really well. But you're still gonna get FPS drops and quite a bit of stuttering if you don't have an ultra fast gaming PC.
But then there's Bobby, and that's not a person, that's a mod. A mod that allows you to generate infinite render distances.
But unlike Distant Horizons, which lowers the quality of distant chunks, Bobby keeps every chunk in full quality. But still, there's a problem. A really big problem.
This mod instantly transforms the way Minecraft looks. And honestly, it's pretty crazy. Look at this. We are generating around 100 render distance. This is 100 render distance. One problem. Performance. Even with an amazing computer, I'm able to get around 30 FPS.
The chunk loading on Bobby doesn't fully utilize the CPU and GPU, which leads to slow chunk loading. This slows down the game. The graphics card is like 30% utilized, which gives you terrible frames, and stuttering becomes a huge problem.
Woo! Yes, you can do higher render distances with Bobby, but it's still laggy.
It doesn't optimize Minecraft's render distance. It just increases it.
Up until now, this was the sacrifice that you would have to make. You would either pick Bobby if you wanted a high render distance, but with a marginal performance hit, full quality chunks, Distant Horizons, which loads the same amount of chunks but at a low resolution, which is great until you have a massive structure that turns into this weird shape. Until now, for a lot of people, running Minecraft at an absurd render distance that allows you to see everything in the game has always just stayed a dream. But that all changes with Nvidium. Nvidium is a back-end rendering mod which aims to improve the rendering of Minecraft by inherently changing the way Minecraft chunks are stored
through a thing called OpenGL extensions.
What makes this mod different when compared to vanilla Minecraft is that the mod heavily relies on your GPU memory and instead stores all the memory of the chunks inside of VRAM, which is video memory. By doing this,
because of how efficient Nvidium is when it comes to rendering chunks, as a side effect, you can just keep increasing your render distance without that much decrease in performance.
Theoretically, to some extent, if you had infinite VRAM, you could just keep loading Minecraft chunks without any lag. Essentially, infinite render distance. It's kind of crazy that this is a reality. Let's go ahead and check out this mod. So yeah, this is vanilla Minecraft at 12 render distance. Extremely limited and you can't see very far. As you can see, I am getting 2000 FPS. I have a pretty crazy PC, but if I increase vanilla Minecraft's render distance to the limit that you have in vanilla, you can see immediately. All right, first of all, that's a bit of stuttering, but let's see my FPS. Huh, that's actually not too bad, but still, that is a huge decrease. In fact, now it's getting really laggy. Yeah, 160 is not too great. Yeah, these frames aren't great. And if we load the world with Bobby, which allows us to increase our render distance to, let's say, 64, my FPS has entirely died. We're at a smooth 30 FPS. This is 64 render distance. Absolutely unplayable. And now we're back on Minecraft with the Nvidium mod. So we're back on 12 render distance. We are now getting 2500 maximum FPS at 12 render distance, which is pretty good. But as you guys know, Nvidium is a chunk rendering mod where it shines is at high render distances. So at 12 render distance, it's not really doing much. If I up my render distance to 32, I kid you not, the FPS is gonna be crazy. Wow, that is so quick. That is so quick. We averaged 100 FPS on vanilla, and now we're getting 1300. Oh my god, okay. But it gets crazier. It gets a lot crazier. This is basically what the mod does. You can see my GPU usage is much higher now. That is crazy. Even the bamboo that was lagging me before is no longer lagging me. And now at 64 render distance, this is not fake or anything. I'm gonna literally click apply. 1000 FPS. Oh my gosh. And look, it's actually a stable 1000 FPS. I literally have all this loaded, like it's so far away. It's completely stutter free. It's just not lagging at all. But at 128 render distance, it gets even crazier. So this is my frame rate at 64, 128. My render distance is now absolutely huge. Like, this is as big as it gets. Only that it isn't. Guess how many frames I'm getting. Is it A, 100? B, I'm kidding. 600 frames! Oh my gosh. And look, it's consistent. If I like move around, it doesn't lag a single bit. Just to put it in perspective, I'm gonna fly upwards. And I'm still, okay, my frames have dropped, but this is still really good. I am recording this 200 frames. Okay, it's dropping a little bit as I fly upwards, but flying it, this is literally loading in every single chunk. This is absolutely crazy. Like, and you can actually see how much VRAM, aka video memory, it's using by going onto F3 and looking at the terrain memory value. And you can see I'm only using half of my memory limit, which means if I wanted to, I could do 256 render distance pretty comfortably. And yeah, this is 128 chunks, absolutely no problem. Okay, it is time to push the Nvidium to its absolute limit. We're gonna try 256 render distance, 512 render distance, and maybe even 1024 render distance. Okay, and here we are. So this is 128 render distance. Show me the chunks. Oh, look how fast it loads. Oh my god, look, it's beautiful. Look how fast it loads. This is 100, keep in mind, this is 128 render distance. Look how fast it is. That was crazy. Okay, all the way. 256. Apply. Here we go. Oh, here we go. At this point, you kind of have to manually load the chunks in because it's that far away.
It took 5 minutes.
No. Oh wait, no, we can still keep going. And I think we've hit the limit. It's no longer using, which means once you hit the memory limit, you will start to lose chunks, essentially. But theoretically, if you have a 4090, you could actually load in 512 chunks. But unfortunately, this is how far I can push my RTX 4070 Ti. And 3, 2, 1. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, my frames. Okay, my frames. Oh, wow, this is pretty. I cannot even see those chunks. That is so far away. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. Look at that, okay? And then boom. This looks so close, and then boom! This is unreal. It's barely lagging. This is extremely immersive. And this is default FOV. This is what the game looks like. And this is 30 FOV. You can actually see a lot more in 30 FOV. You see that tree right there? Boom. That's how far away it is. You guys see that village? Oh no. Oh, it does get buggy now. Oh, this is glitchy. I'm really high up. I'm literally 2,000 blocks high and you can barely... Hey, look, it's that village. Oh, and I crashed the game. Wait, it's coming back. It's coming back. Wait, what is... Fly down. What does it look like when I fly down? Oh, I can see caves. Okay, I'm gonna land with these sheep. Hi, sheep. I'm gonna push this cow into the void. Never mind, it's already in. So I realized I couldn't load 1,000 chunks without reaching a memory limit. But I realized I could load 1,000 chunks in a straight line. So essentially, I've got 1,000 render distance, but just in a straight line. So here it is. But you might notice that there's these chunks that disappear in the distance. But it still looks really impressive and it kind of looks like...
This is where I discovered that there is unfortunately a render distance limit. It happens when the chunks basically start blinking because you're so far away that they just can't load anymore. Essentially, it's 7,000 blocks, which is this many chunks. The real life equivalent, 7.5 kilometers or 4.5 miles.
Never let your dreams be dreams. I am living the render distance life right now. Oh my gosh. Look. Bye, guys.